I tested 10 of the best gold farms in World of Warcraft and ranked them from best to worst. The first one will take me to the Motherlode. This dungeon requires you to be level 70. If you're Horde, go over here to Sandalar Harbor to enter the dungeon. If you're Alliance, use the boat to go to Sand and take the portal over here. You need to set the dungeon to normal difficulty. Then you can enter and begin the run. Run along this path and avoid the large dudes, because they will slow you, then kill them all. After killing all the trash, continue to the first boss, kill him, and then move on to the next zone where you pull the trash once again and kill the boss after that. Then repeat this once again, run straight to the final boss. Once he is dead, take the car and get out of the exit. Reset the dungeon and repeat it once again. I will repeat it for 1 hour to actually test the gold per hour. After 1 hour, I had made about 8,000 raw gold. My final rating will be a solid A tier. You don't have to use auction house and you get the gold immediately. The second farm will be a classic transmog farm, so you will have to go to Karasan. If you're Horde, simply take the blimp from Orgrimmar, and if you're Alliance, you're right next to Karasan. Like every other farm, I recommend playing Druid. The way you do this farm, enter Karasan, run up these stairs and pull every mob in this room. Go up the stairs once again, pull every mob in this room, go into the side corridor, pull a couple of more mobs, go back out and follow the balcony on the top. Pull all the mob up there, jump down over the stairs you came up in, and then go into the last room. Pull every mob in there, go to the kitchen and hide behind this pillar so all the mobs will clump up. And once they're all there, you can easily one-shot them. So now you know how to do the farm, let's try it out. After 1 hour of farming, I have gotten the insane amount, 1,000 gold. It's pretty bad, but that's because I got really unlucky this time. There are some really expensive transmogs you can get from this raid. My final rating of this farm is a solid C tier. The biggest problem is, it will take a lot of time selling everything on the auction house. High value item farms, or any farm where you farm only one rare item. For this video I will try the golden main, which goes for about 100 to 200,000 gold on the auction house. The drop chance for golden main is about 1 in 3,000 to 1 in 5,000. And these NPCs mass around this location where you can easily farm them all. I really recommend you playing a druid for this one and being max level, but you don't really have to. Try to find a group for it, or group up with the players who are already there. If you're playing solo, I would recommend running around over here, or if you're playing with multiple people and you're all druids, stand right here. I would also recommend getting this macro you can copy paste from the description. When you're farming this mob, epic items only despawn every 30 minutes, so I would recommend looting every 20 minutes or so. So now I'm gonna try out the farm. After 2 hours of farming this, it's time to see how much I got, and it is 5,000 gold. The bad part about farming a single item is if you get unlucky you will have nothing, but if you get lucky you can get 1 or 2 in 1 hour. Even though I got unlucky, I will still rate this farm a B tier for the potential gold you can make, but the big problem is you will probably spend more time trying to sell the item than farming it. The next gold farm is to simply do world quests. It might sound simple, but it's a great way to make gold, reputation and gear up your old character. All you need is a character at level 60 or above. Your world quest, which simply gives you gold, and doing the different races, because they will give you 500 gold each inside of the race bag. You'll probably do all the gold making world quests in 40 minutes or less. When that happens, I would recommend simply switching to another character, doing the gold making world quest on that character. Or if you don't have any alts, you can do a normal world quest and sell the rewards. So let's try it out. After 1 hour of farming all the world quests in the area, I got about 8,728 gold. If you're more lucky about the world quests that are up, you could probably make up to 10,000 gold an hour. My final score of this farm is a solid A tier. The next farm will be pickpocketing. To do this farm, you must be a rogue with at least level 40 or above, so you can one-shot the guys. So go to Uldum at the bottom of Kalimdor. Right here on top of this hill, there will be hundreds of people walking about. So to farm these guys, you need to sap the first one in the line, because it's really hard to pickpocket someone who's moving around. Then start pickpocketing them all. Once you're done with that, you just need to kill them. Follow this path up the hill and down again, pickpocketing and looting every single one of the guards. The goal of this farm is to loot the gnomish dice. Usually you will probably get 1 an hour from farming this, and one of these dice costs about 50,000 gold. Once you pickpocket them, you can also get this purple purple boxes, which you can lockpick for some rare loot. So let's get started. So after an hour of farming, I got the 50,000 gold item plus about 500 gold. So my final score will be a C tier. 50,000 gold isn't that much, plus it can take some time to sell the item. A simple ore farm, one of the oldest gold making methods in all of WoW. This time I'm going to Hellfire Peninsula to farm the ore. Don't forget, you need to get the Outland mining training, which you can get right here in Shatrat City. Then you can just fly to Hellfire Peninsula. When you arrive, you need to follow this path. Just stare at your minimap to see if there's any ores in the area. See any? Just fly down, mine it, and continue along. After 1 hour of farming, my final result was 2,600 gold. That's really bad. It's about 5 world quests. Because this farm is really terrible, I will give it a F tier. The next farm will be a leather farm, where you kill and skin animals. For this farm, you need to go to the Blasted Lands behind the dark portal. Over there, you need to kill these black bears. It's that simple. Just fly around this area and you will see them spawn. So I'm gonna test this out for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I have gotten 6,500 gold worth of materials. I will rate this farm a solid D tier. Recrafting is a great gold making method if you're working from home. It's very simple and you can make a lot of gold. Find a material which you can craft into another material, like copper ore to copper bars. Then buy a bunch of copper ore and then make copper bars, sell them for a slight profit. And you can even go AFK while farming this. I made more than 20,000 gold an hour. And you don't need any schematics, just craft one material into another. This one is a solid B tier. Number 9 is reselling. This is another way to make lots of gold without farming it. This is how I made 500,000 gold in only a couple of weeks. Just use this website undermine.exchange, where you can find every price of every item in the entire game on every server. And you can find a timeline of what they used to cost and what they cost right now. And the best part about this, it will scale with the amount of gold you have in your bank. So if you're really rich, you can get even richer quite easily. So this is an S tier farm. And the last farm is just buying a WoW token. It's really easy, it's quick, and you will make a lot of gold. It's the best way to make gold. The average wage in America, $29 an hour, which is about 500,000 gold an hour. It's guaranteed gold, so I'm gonna put this at S tier. Please subscribe.